Who you got?
Played with Desmond Chumley. He went to the University of Texas.
Okay.
He's a 6'4", 200-pound dude. A guy that really got better season after season after season. You can see the progression in Dorian Leonard's play from his time as a sophomore to his time as a senior. And then almost you could say the same thing about him at Texas. Really didn't do anything at Texas until his senior year. And then he all of a sudden became like the go-to guy. Like they were just throwing him the ball left and right.
Right.
But shout out to Dorian Leonard. He's coming in at number 50, the wide receiver. One of those New Orleans transfers that we got during that Hurricane Katrina, having to stay in Longview for the rest of his life after that. So thanks to Katrina, we got a chance to get this big, tall, rangy receiver. Dorian, to me,
I just learned something new.
You didn't know that?
I didn't know that.
At 6'5", 180, Dorian was like one of the best receivers in school history, more than likely to me. Fiery competitor, caught 11 touchdowns his senior year and 4 his junior year. I think he's got 15. I think he caught some as a sophomore too, so I'll look that up. But just tell us what you remember about Dorian Leonard, the receiver. Played with Des Chumley. You know,
he wore number 2 one year,
number 2
and of course, for some reason, every time somebody wears number 2,
they go off, don't they?
It's something about number 2. I pay attention to him a lot more because my brother was number 2.
Ah, okay.
And so I just kind of, I kind of lock in on him. Let me see what number 2 gonna do.
Yeah.
And he made some plays. I know that, and I got to go back and see some of his highlights. And he wore number 15 before that, and he was pretty decent. Yeah. So that's really what I remember about him. And then of course when he went to Texas, I was like, well, shit, I need to go look at some more of his highlights. Right. Mind you, it sucked because he played around the time that I was in Houston in college.
You were gone.
So you can only imagine, like, I'm not probably coming back every Friday for a football game. So it's like around 2010 to 2014ish. I didn't really see a lot of football from Longview. So forgive me, but I'm pretty sure he was very exceptional to go to Texas.
Yeah, no doubt. As a senior, numbers aren't quite as good as Eric Hawkins' numbers were. But he caught 40 balls, 763 yards for 11 touchdowns. But as a junior, and this is the difference between Eric and Dorian, because Eric had a better senior year, but Eric barely made any plays as a junior. Right. Dorian's 21 catches, 407 yards, and 4 touchdowns as a junior. So to me, that production for more than 1 year is what gave him that slight nod over Eric Hawkins. Athletically, it wasn't there early. He was slow. We thought he was going to get recruited as a tight end, but he went to work in the offseason. Yeah. Went to work in the offseason, and he got some speed on him, man. He got to the point where he could run a little bit. Word. And then, of course, like I said, at Texas, some of those big games that he against Oklahoma, down the road, he's got really long touchdown receptions against Oklahoma State. I'm just looking at it. That's the only reason I can just call this shit off. But he was a dude at Texas, and a dude his senior year at Texas, and a dude here at Longview High School. Right. Was a hooper as well. I want to say the district MVP as a basketball player. Absolutely. There was a 1 year Longview won district against Mesquite in 2013. Word. Had Poopy on the team, Zay on the team, Dorian, Michael was out there, a really athletic basketball team, and I think they won. I think he won the district MVP that year. I hope I'm not lying on him, but if not, just go with it, Dorian.
I'll Google it.
Just go with it.
I'll Google it.
Okay, go for it.
Not right now.
Yeah, thanks. Don't embarrass me on my.
Yeah, I won't do that. We're gonna let him have We're gonna let him have his glory.
I appreciate it. But yeah, Dorian Leonard, a big time receiver, two productive years, got some numbers on there, and a guy that went to Texas and did even more. Even almost gave him a shot to go to the NFL. So shout out to Dorian coming in at 50. And number 40.